Sawadee-ka, this is the midday edition of NBT World Brief on NBT and NBT World. You're with me, Sandra Han Utsaha. Foreign dignitaries continue to pay their respects to Her Majesty the late Queen Sirikit, the Queen Mother, at the Dusit Mahaprasad Throne Hall in the Grand Palace. Yesterday at 1:45 p.m., Assistant Secretary of State for East Asian and Pacific Affairs, Michael George Asombre, visited the Dusit Mahaprasad Throne Hall at the Grand Palace to pay his respects before the royal urn of Her Majesty Queen Sirikit, the Queen Mother. He also signed the Royal Condolence Book at the Royal Office Building 904. Later, at 3:30 p.m., Senior Minister in the Prime Minister's Office and former Prime Minister of Singapore, Lee Hsien Loong, laid a wreath and paid tribute before the royal urn to honor the late Queen Mother. He then proceeded to sign the condolence book, reaffirming the close friendship between Thailand and Singapore. The government is preparing full facilities and services for members of the public who wish to pay their respects to Her Majesty Queen Sirikit, the Queen Mother, at Dusit Mahaprasad Throne Hall from November 9th onward. Yesterday, the Coordination Center for the Royal Cremation Ceremony of Her Majesty the late Queen Sirikit, the Queen Mother, held a meeting to prepare services and facilities for the public who will come to pay their respects to Her Majesty's royal remains at Dusit Mahaprasad Throne Hall from November 9th onward. Minister attached to the Prime Minister's office, Paradon Brisananantakun, said the Ministry of Interior expects 3,000 to 5,000 people from each province to travel to Bangkok. Visits will be scheduled according to the alphabetical order of province names to ease congestion. The ministry will also coordinate with the Ministry of Transport to provide transportation by land, rail, water, and air. In Bangkok, the Bangkok Metropolitan Administration, or BMA, will manage waiting areas around Sanam Luang, a ceremonial ground, setting up tents for about 10,000 people per round or up to 40,000 daily. The BMA will collaborate with several agencies to provide food, drinking water, internet access, phone charging stations, toilets, wheelchairs, and medical units at 8 locations near Sanam Luang and the Grand Palace. Volunteers from government agencies and the public will assist visitors, while shuttle buses and wheelchairs will be available for the elderly and persons with disabilities. Those wishing to offer food or services can contact the Secretariat of the Prime Minister's Office or the BMA. In addition to the existing 1111 hotline, a new 1818 hotline will soon be launched to answer inquiries and provide information about the royal ceremony to the public. The KRUENG Plus scheme continues to receive an overwhelming response nationwide. Many local markets and OTOP fairs are bustling with shoppers, while the Prime Minister says the initiative has not only brought happiness to the people, but also helped stimulate Thailand's overall economy. Prime Minister and Minister of Interior Anutin Charnvirakul chaired the 3rd meeting of the National Economic Policy Committee. He said during the ASEAN Summit in Malaysia and the APEC Summit in South Korea, Thailand presented its economic policies to promote trade, attract investment, and reduce barriers, receiving positive responses. He also emphasized that the government continues to implement quick big win policies to deliver rapid economic benefits. The Prime Minister praised the strong response to KRUENG Plus, saying it has encouraged spending and spread income nationwide. He urged preparations for Phase 2 to include vulnerable groups who missed out in the first phase.
ลงไปพื้นที่ที่ไหนก็ได้รับเสียงที่เขารู้สึกเขามีความสุขแล้วก็เขามีความเต็มใจที่ดีใจและเต็มใจที่ได้ใช้ใน เงินคนละครึ่งนะครับซึ่งผมก็รู้สึกว่ามันเป็นการสร้างความคึกคักเข้ามาในระบบเศรษฐกิจ
In Chiang Mai Province, Governor Thosapon Pheurodom opened the Chiang Mai Kola Krung Plus Fair, featuring over 70 OTOP and SME vendors. And in Chonburi, the OTOP Creating Happiness for Communities, or OTOP Sang Suk Su Chumchon Fair, also drew large crowds, stimulating spending and supporting small local entrepreneurs. Thailand continues to monitor the movement of Tropical Storm KALMAEGI this week. The Prime Minister has ordered all provinces to stay prepared to minimize possible impacts on the public. Government spokesperson Siddhipong Angkasakul-Kiat said Prime Minister Anutin Chanvirakul has instructed all 76 provincial governors and Bangkok Metropolitan Administration, or BMA, to closely monitor weather conditions and communicate effectively with the public through all channels. Emergency tools and machinery must be ready for immediate use, with command centers coordinating relief operations and assisting affected communities. In Nakhon Sawan Province, local officials installed large pumps to drain floodwater from economic zones after runoff from Mawong mountain range inundated several low-lying areas. A local mayor said teams are on standby to remove debris and speed up water drainage. And in Samut Sakhon, Deputy Governor Khetrat Chansin inspected 4 flood risk areas along Rama 2 Road and ordered urgent drainage efforts to ease traffic and protect residents from further impact. And in our last story, SONGKHLA Zoo is celebrating the Loi Krathong Festival with fun and creative activities that combine tourism, wildlife learning, and environmental conservation. At SONGKHLA Zoo, special activities are being held to celebrate the Loi Krathong Festival, offering joy to visitors while promoting wildlife education and environmental conservation. Director of SONGKHLA Zoo, Wuttichai Muangman, dressed in traditional Southern Thai attire to promote the event and add festive color, helping boost tourism in the province. Highlights include the chimpanzee enclosure, where guests can take part in floating krathong food and toys for Mr. John, the zoo's star chimpanzee. The Gibbon Island features floating krathong food for gibbons to encourage their natural behavior, and the activity zone with mascot dance shows and opportunities to feed animals such as elephants, deer, hippopotamuses, rhinos, and bears. SONGKHLA Zoo invites visitors of all ages to join the Loi Krathong celebration from now until November 5th. For more information, kindly visit the Facebook page SONGKHLA Zoo or call 086 498 1447. And that is the end of this midday edition of NBT World Brief. Stay updated with the latest developments on NBT and NBT World. For more stories, simply scan the QR code on your screen to access our full coverage across all media platforms. Until next time, I'm Sandra Han Utsaha. สวัสดีค่ะ